Hey everyone. So today we're going to dive into what is seriously one of the fastest and lowest risk ways to start a real profitable digital business. We're going to talk all about how you can create and sell amazing digital products without spending months or even years building them from scratch.
You know that feeling? The one where you dream of having your own online business, but then reality hits? The endless writing, the designing, the constant content creation, it just feels so overwhelming, right? If you've been stuck on just how much work it takes to create even a single product, then you are in exactly the right place.
Because what if I told you there's a kind of secret weapon that savvy entrepreneurs use to get way ahead of the curve? It's a shortcut, a really smart one that lets you jump straight to the fun parts, like branding and marketing, instead of getting totally bogged down in the creation phase. Let's break down exactly what this is.
Okay, it's called PLR, which stands for Private Label Rights. Now, think of it like this. You're not just buying a ready-made digital product, like an ebook or a set of templates. You're also buying the legal right to take that product, completely change it, slap your own brand on it, and sell it as if you created it from day one. It's like buying the frame of a house. You still get to do all the fun design work to make it your own.
Now this is super important. You're going to see other terms floating around like MRR or RR, but here's the deal, those usually come with some pretty heavy restrictions. You can sell the product, sure, but you often can't change a single thing about it. With PLR, you get all the creative freedom. You can edit, rebrand, and make it totally unique. And that flexibility, that is absolutely key to building a real brand, not just being another person selling the same old thing.
And this is the part that gets me so excited for anyone just starting out. The barrier to entry, it's practically non-existent. Forget needing thousands of dollars for inventory like a traditional business. You can literally launch a PLR-based business for less than $100. There are no shipping costs, no inventory to store, none of that headache. So, with startup costs that low, what do you think happens to your profit potential? Well, it just skyrockets. You buy the product rights one time, just once, and after that, pretty much every single sale you make is pure profit. I mean, we're talking about profit margins between 80 and 100%. It's an incredibly powerful business model.
Okay, so the potential is obviously huge. But how do you actually do it? How do you go from this cool idea to making your first sale? Well, it's not about just getting lucky. It's about following a proven process. So let's walk through the exact blueprint for launching your very own PLR business step by step.
It really all comes down to this 6-step blueprint. First, you've got to choose a profitable niche where people are actively looking for solutions. Second, you find high-quality PLR that serves that niche. Third, and this is the crucial one, you customize it. You make it your own. After that, you set up a simple shop online, you start marketing to get eyeballs on it, and finally, you scale it up. Let's dig into a couple of the most important steps here.
So, step 1, choosing your niche or your playground. This is so critical. You want to focus on what we call evergreen topics. Things people are searching for all year round, every year. Think about areas where people are always desperate for solutions, like improving their health, managing their money, or learning how to market their own business. A great niche solves a real problem for a real group of people.
All right, listen up. If you only take away one single thing from this whole explainer, please let it be this. Customization is not optional. It is the absolute key. This is the step that separates the people who build six-figure businesses from those who make a few bucks and quit. You're not just reselling a file. You are transforming a generic template into your own unique, valuable brand asset.
So, what does customizing actually look like? Well, it's about going way beyond just changing the cover image. It means rewriting parts in your own voice, adding your own stories or examples to make it relatable. It means changing the fonts and colors to match your brand's vibe. And a pro tip? Add in extra value, like checklists or worksheets, that make the product way more useful for your customer.
Okay, so we've got the roadmap for what to do. But you know what's just as important? Knowing what not to do. There are some common traps that a lot of beginners fall into, so let's make sure you're not one of them. And here it is. The number one mistake, the thing that trips up so many people, is just taking that PLR file they bought and immediately trying to sell it as is, without changing a thing. This is a fast track to failure, to getting completely lost in a sea of generic, low-quality offers. Trust me, people can spot lazy, unmodified PLR from a mile away.
And let's be real about why this is such a terrible idea. When you don't customize, your product just looks generic. You're now in direct competition with dozens, maybe hundreds, of other people selling the exact same thing. That completely erodes any trust a buyer might have in you, And of course, it tanks the perceived value. You can't charge a premium price for something that looks cheap and generic.
I absolutely love this quote because it puts everything into perfect perspective. You have to think of PLR as a leverage tool. It gets you like 80% of the way there, which is amazing. But that last 20%, the customization, the branding, the marketing, that's where you create all the real value. It's a shortcut to skip the initial heavy, time-sucking part of creation, not a shortcut to skip all the work entirely.
So, you've done the work, you've launched your customized product, and hey, you're making sales. That is awesome. So now what? How do we take this from a cool little side hustle and grow it into a scalable, semi-passive income stream?
The whole game when it comes to scaling is about one word: leverage. The goal is to set things up so you can earn more money without having to work more hours. And this is where digital products are just magic. With some simple automation and smart systems, you can build a business that is making sales for you even when you're sleeping.
So what could this actually look like in your bank account? Let's get realistic. As a beginner, a great goal is to get one really solid product out there and aim for your first $500 to $1,000 a month. Once you're in the growth stage, you can add more products and maybe aim for $2,000 to $5,000 a month. And then at the scale stage, you're looking at things like high-value bundles, memberships, or even courses that could bring in $10,000 or more every single month.
So how do you get to those bigger numbers? Well, here are a few killer strategies. You can take one single PLR ebook and splinter it into a whole range of products: a workbook, a video series, a mini course. You could even start a membership where you offer fresh content each month. And as you grow, you can start outsourcing things like design and customer service to free up your own time for the big picture stuff. So, as we wrap this up, let's just come back to the core idea. PLR is an incredible tool. It's a massive head start. It provides the product, the foundation, the raw material, but it's only a starting point. The real question this business model asks you is this: PLR provides the product, but can you provide the vision? Can you bring the brand, the passion, and the value that turns it into something truly special for your customers? Because the opportunity is right there for the taking.